Hi my loves, welcome or welcome back to my channel. It is so great to have you here. We are finally back with another TBR video. I feel like it's been a while since I've done this and we are finally doing a prompt jar picks my reads for the month. I feel like I haven't done this in ages. Thought it was finally time to bring it back. My prompt jar is a little bit, well, it's a cup and it's a little bit small, but I guarantee there are quite a lot of prompts and I'll only be picking 6 today. I did not get to a lot of the books on my TBR from last month. I'll be doing a wrap up, but my life has been very busy at the moment, so getting to books on my TBR was a little bit difficult and I set a very ambitious TBR for myself last month. I did get to a few though, but this month we're going to be picking 6 prompts. I'll be mainly doing the books on my physical TBR, but you know, I might do a few on my Kindle TBR, all that kind of stuff. And I apologize for my voice as well. I am a little bit sick at the moment, but I'm feeling okay right now, so I figured I'd get this filmed while I can. All that being said, let's just jump into the video. I'm so excited to do this. I haven't done this in such a long time. I've very much been in my fantasy mood again at the moment, I think because it's winter, so I'm kind of hoping for some prompts for that. All right, first prompt. That's very ironic. A book that reminds you of winter. Okay. Well, as I said, fantasy books often remind me of winter, but I feel like there's a few that could definitely fit this prompt. The first book that immediately comes to mind is Escaping from Houdini. This is the 3rd book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, and I don't know what it is about like mysteries and thrillers, but they're always wintry to me. And this cover is so like blue and stuff. It's giving winter, but let me have a little bit more of a look. We also have Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. I don't know why, but this book is also giving me winter. I feel like nightmare. I don't know why, but winter isn't a nightmare, but God, it's been so freezing. It kind of is recently. But that's giving winter to me as well. This is a fantasy book by Brandon Sanderson. It's a standalone. I feel like the only other book that's giving winter is Whisper by Lynette Noni. I don't know, like obviously it's kind of just giving cold, like cold, chilly vibes. And I guess that's very wintry. Honestly, this might be the winteriest out of all of them. So these are my 3 options, but I think I'm gonna go with Whisper by Lynette Noni. I've been reading a lot of Lynette Noni recently and I love her. And this is a dystopian duet, I think. It says, for 2 years, 6 months, 14 days, 11 hours and 16 minutes, subject 684, Jane Doe, has been locked away and experimented on without uttering a single word. As Jane's resolve begins to crack under the influence of her new and unexpectedly kind evaluator, she uncovers the truth about the mysterious program, discovering that her own secret is at the heart of a sinister plot. Like, it sounds good. It's definitely giving dystopian and stuff. I think I'm gonna give it a go. I actually started this ages ago and I got to page 20 and put it down because I just wasn't in the mood, and I feel like I will like this if I'm in the right mood. So Whisper is matching our first prompt. All right, second prompt is a book under 400 pages. I am so glad I got this prompt. I've been loving like short, quick reads recently just to kind of get through my physical TBR. I do have a few for this option. Okay, so these are my top 3 for this option. First of all, we have a thriller. This is Everything We Never Said. This is 280 pages. It is very, very short. And the blurb is, it's been months since her best friend Haley died, and everywhere Ella looks, she sees reminders of her, including Haley's boyfriend. Little by little, the two grow closer until Ella realizes something horrifying. She's in love with her dead best friend's boyfriend. Interesting. I don't know. It's bizarre. It's a bizarre plot. And I feel like it's a psychological thriller, which is always fun. We then have The Brutal Prince, which I also picked up a while ago and stopped reading, but just because I wasn't in the mood. But I'm kind of in the mood for it recently. I feel like I want to just read it and see what the hype is about. This is a mafia romance, I believe. I don't think it's too dark, which is why I'm intrigued by it, because I'm not a dark romance kind of girl. They freak me out. But I think this one is okay and doable, and I feel like it's a good kind of step out of my comfort zone. So we have this one. And then we also have the partner plot. Violet goes to Vegas and bumps into her old high school boyfriend, and then crazy night in Vegas, and they get married and they kind of have to sort things out from there. So I feel like that would be really, really fun as well. You know what? I feel like I'm gonna go with this one. I really need some cute, fluffy romances at the moment, like desperately. So I feel like I'm gonna go with the partner plot for a book under 400 pages. And this is 370 pages, so just under. Okay, prompt number 3 is, your sister chooses your read. Okay, I'm gonna text her. I'm just gonna get a few different options for her and take a photo, and she can just pick one at random. I'm gonna get Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies because this has been on my TBR so many times and I'm embarrassed that I haven't read it. I'm also gonna pick Escaping Houdini because I feel like it's an interesting cover. Daughter of No Worlds, which again, been on my TBR before. And I'll do one more. I'll do Wildfire. These have all been on my TBR numerous times. So I'm just gonna literally like lie them down and take a photo of them, and Daisy can pick. All right, I'm going to text her. I don't know how quickly she will respond, but we'll see. Okay, I have texted her and we'll see when she replies. I'll get back to that one. I'll just keep the books over there for now. All right, how many? 4th prompt. Okay, this one was like open, but a book you've been dying to reread. Okay, I'm like, if anything, I'm a rereader. I love rereading books. I have a few on my radar. Number one is A Clockwork Angel. I've been really wanting to reread this series because I read it first when I was like in, I don't know, 8th, 9th grade, and I really want to just reread it and see what I think of it now. I also really want to reread the Magnolia Park series. I think they're my top 2 at the moment. Feel like I'm going to go with fantasy. At the moment, I think I'm gonna put A Clockwork Angel on my TBR just because I feel like I'll just get to it. Also Magnolia, I wanna like fully annotate and everything. And this one I just wanna reread for the plot and the fun. If you don't know, this is one of Cassandra Clare's many series in the Shadowhunter Chronicles. Basically, you start out with A City of Bones, like the Mortal Instruments series, and then you go on to A Clockwork Angel series. I love A Clockwork Angel. I also love The Last Hours. They're my 2 favorite series, so I'm very excited to reread this one. I've been really in the mood for it recently, honestly. All right. 5th prompt, a new release. Okay, I feel like I've got 2 main options for this that are just like on my mind straight away. Number 1 is Reckless by Lauren Roberts. This is the 2nd book in the Powerless series. I've heard very mixed things about this and I'm very nervous to go in, but I do think it'll just be a fun romancy read. The other one is Play Along, I think it's called, which is the 4th book. Yeah, 4th book in the Windy City series. I love the Windy City series. This is like a sports romance, billionaire romance kind of series. I feel like I'm gonna read that one anyway this month because it's just a fun time. But I also think I should read oh my gosh, this is so hard. I'm gonna go with Play Along because I feel like Reckless needs to be the perfect timing for me to actually enjoy it because I'm very nervous about going into that one. So I'm gonna go with Play Along. I just feel like it'll be really fun. I love this series. It's just like the best time. The Right Move in this series, my like all-time favorite sports billionaire romance. I love that book so much. All right, the last prompt whilst we're waiting for my sister to reply is Instagram choosers. Great, we're having lots of people. So I'm gonna put 2 books up on my Instagram and I'm just gonna let you guys pick. Like I'll just put a little poll and I guess I'll wait about 20 minutes or so and come back and see what your thoughts are and which one just has the highest amount of vote. I think I'm gonna go with Grey Veil. This is the 4th book in the Madoran Chronicles, which I've been loving. Maybe the Jazzed Air. We'll put that one down. So the Jazzed Air is an Egyptian-inspired fantasy romance, and this is a YA fantasy series. I'm gonna put a little poll up on my Instagram. Okay, it has been about 15 minutes later. My sister just replied, so that was perfect timing. The book she chose was Emily's Encyclopedia of Fairies, which is no surprise to me because look how cute the cover is. Like, it's adorable. This has been on my TBR for a while and I do think it's finally time to get to it, and I want to read it before the cold weather's over because I feel like this is such a curl up with a cup of tea and read a book kind of book. So I am very excited about this one. And then I will go onto my Instagram and see which one has had the most votes. Okay, it is exactly 50-50. I'm gonna wait another 5 minutes. Okay, it's 5 minutes later and we have come to a census, I think. At least a little bit of one. 60% for the Jazzed Air and 40% for Grey Veil, which is kind of sad because I really wanted to read Grey Veil and just have it, like, I'm gonna read it anyway, so it was gonna be nice to have it like on my TBR. But you have spoken. I do want to read the Jazzed Air. Like, I feel like it will be great. So we're adding the Jazzed Air to my TBR. So that is the 6 prompts we are going to use. Let's do a little overview of everything that is on my TBR for the month of August. So starting out, we have A Whisper by Lynette Noni. This is a young adult dystopian novel, I believe. I'm very excited for this one. We then have The Partner Plot by Christina Forrest. A cute little fun romance to kind of break all the fantasy up that we've got going this month. We then have a reread of Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. So excited about this. Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. Yes, I promise I will like prioritize this on my TBR. We also have Play Along by Liz Tomford, which is the 4th book in the Windy City series, and The Jazzed Air by Sarah Hashman. I'm very excited. I feel like this is a really good, doable lineup. Last month I put like 5 600-page books on my TBR and that just wasn't realistic. This I feel like is realistic. This is like a good little lineup. I'm very happy with this. So thank you so much for watching today's video and I will see you in my July reading wrap up.